Hi everyone, my name is Akurede Adenike. You're welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time of you checking on my channel, you are highly welcome. Please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more videos. Today I'm drafting out off-shoulder bustier blouse. To start with, this is the pattern paper I'm using. I fold it into two. I'll leave about 1 inch up here. I'll make it a straight line. Straight line. So this will be my starting point. From there, because what I'm drafting is off-shoulder blouse, I'm going to minus 4 inches from the full length of my blouse. So that 4 inches, I'll place it here. That's where I'm start. So my bust point is 10 inches plus half inch seam allowance. That's 10 and half, 10.5. My under bust is 13.5 plus half inch seam allowance. That's 14 inches. From the shoulder to the bust point, from the shoulder to the under bust point, from the shoulder to the waist, my waist is 17 plus half inch seam allowance. That's 17 and half. My hip is from the shoulder to my hip is 24 plus half inch seam allowance. That's 24.5. The full length of my blouse is 26. So 1.5 inches for seam allowance. As only you are drafting on your fabric, that's how you measure it. So then place it here too. All the measurements: 10.5, 14 inches under bust, 17.5 waist line, then 24.5 hip line, 26 the full length, and seam allowance 27.5. I'll now roll a straight line, connect all the points to form a straight line. So after that, I will now input my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches. Divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half inch seam allowance. That's 4 inches. That way. I'll measure that 4 inches all through. So I'll now connect the points. So I will now input my dart. Up here, from my bust point, I'll come up by 1 inch. Come up by 1 inch. Here, I'll come down by 1 inch too. From my bust point, I'll come up by 1 inch, and I'll come down by 1 inch. Here now, on this side, I'll come in by 1 inch. On the other side, 2 inches. Coming by 2 inches on the other side. Let me label it. This is my bust point, my under bust, my waist my hip and the full length so that I will not get confused. Here now, on my under bust, on this side, I'll come in by ½ inch. On this side, 1½ inch. On my waistline, here to ½ inch on this side, but here will be 1 inch. So on my hip line, I'm going to come up by 2 inches. So I'll now connect all the points like this. What I'm drafting is off shoulder bustier blouse. You know, connected to this place. So all the sharp edges, make it round, we blend it, blend it, blend it, so that it will not give you problem while sewing. Make sure you blend it out to curve a little bit. Blend it out. That's all. Then after that, my neck width, I'll divide my back into 2. I'll make it, and my back is 15. Divided into 2 is 7.5. So here now, this is that 7.5. Remember, I deducted 3 inches from this place, plus 1 inch that I'm going to use to join it back. That's 4. So 4 inches plus 7.5 inches. That will be 10. That will be 11.5 inches. So to get my chest line, I'll place that 4 on this line. My chest line will be the half of my armhole. Half of my armhole. My armhole is 18. Half of it is 9. So this is that 9 inches. So on that chest line, I'll input the 11.5 to roll out my armhole. So after that, I'll now input a quarter of my bust measurement, bust circumference. My bust is 38, quarter of it is 9.5, plus ½ inch is, that is 10. So here now, I'm going to cut out ½ inch here, plus 1 inch I'm going to use to join it back. That will make it 1.5. So I'm going to add that 1.5 to this 10 here. That will make it 11.5, plus 2 inches seam allowance. That will be 13.5. To my waistline. My waist is, circumference of my waist is 34. Quarter of it is 8.5. That 8.5 is here, plus 1½ inches that I deducted from here. That will make it 10 inches, plus 1 inch that I will use to join it back is 11 inches, plus 2 inches seam allowance is 13 inches. So on my hip line, quarter of my hip is 10 because my hip is 40. That 10 inches plus 2 inches here, no, 1½ inches here. 10 plus 1½ inches, that is 11 inches. plus 1 inch that I used to join it back. I'll make it 12.5 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance, that is 14.5 inches. Now I join. Connect all the points. So at the bottom here now, I'll come up by 1 inch to give it a curve shape. Now use my hip curve, or I use my free hand to curve it out. So here now, to get my neck width, from this line I'll come in by 2 inches. So I'll now connect it like this. I'll let it curve a little bit with my free hand. Curve a little bit. So I will now cut. So now cut it out. Now to get the neck depth, I will have to join it before shipping out my neck depth. So I love to join it before shipping out my neck depth. This is just it for the front. I hope you can see it very well. This is just it. This is it for the front. This is center front, and this is the 2 sides. So to get the back, zip allowance will be on the, you measure your zip allowance out 2 inches. 2 inches. So make it a straight line, join all the points. Then you take the center front, place it on that line. Remember, the paper is folded into 2. So from that zip allowance, on that line, you place the center front on that line. This is the zip allowance. Place the center front on the line like this. Then these 2 sides for the front too. Place it like this. This will make it easy for you. So now draw it out. space it out like this. Be careful while tracing to make it accurate. Just trace it out like this. So here now, you remove this one, and here. So you now measure what is here. What is here now is 4 inches. That 4 inches, you mark it on the top too. You now fold it like this for your darts. So this one, you mark it out like this. Then all the lines, the waistline, the hip line, and your chest line. Remember, my chest line is half of my armhole, from this 4 to 9 inches. So from here now, 10.5. I don't need under bust. My waistline 17.5. Then hip line 24.5. 26. So I'll now make it a straight line. Straight line. Straight line. I used the front to trace out the back. This is the side for the front, and this is the center front. This is my zip allowance. So after that zip allowance, I place my center front. I traced it out for it to be accurate. So here now, and I mark it out like this. That is my nipple to nipple measurement. So what I get here, I measured it out here too. I'll now fold it like this. For us not to be confused, let me label it. This is my chest line, my waistline, and my hip line. So after folding it like this, I'll now come to my waistline. I'll come in by 1/2 inch. My 1/2 inch. I'll now connect it from up here. From up here like this. So here on my zip allowance, on my waistline here too. This is my waistline. From here, I'll come in by 1/2 inch too. I'll connect it. I'll connect it from here. From up here. Then to avoid folding from the back. On the back, to avoid folding on the back. That's why I came in by 1/2 inch here. So I'll now cut it out. Pull it up and finish the cutting. Pull it up and finish the cutting. There's no need to stress yourself by measuring the back. You just place the front on another pattern paper to get your back like this. So cut this one off. The back side, to open the silver one, I'll just cut this place out to avoid folding on the back side. Now, as you can see, this is the two sides for the back, and these are the center back. So after joining, I'll shape the neck out. As you can see, I've finished the cutting. This is for the back and this is for the front. Center front and the two sides. That's just it on how to cut off-shoulder bustier blouse. If you find this my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to support my channel. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Bye bye.